What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Gray Rabbit Finance. I'm your host, Tyler, and today I'm going to be updating the Ichimoku technical analysis for all the major markets and indices for the month of May 2024. Let's hop in. Okay, guys, here we are, S&P 500 on the monthly chart. And so overall, you can see that price has closed above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. However, the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, Senko Span A and B are all flat. And so right now we're seeing a corrective wave happening after we called out this target in the last analysis. This was at the $5,224 level. And so right now we're on an ABC correction right now. And I'm expecting price to correct back to the $4,818 level and then start to continue the next wave, the next impulsive wave up to these levels here. So my target is going to be up here at the 5,909, and I have that reaching around January 2025. So I still think there's some more steam in this market. The market breadth is pretty bad. This market is being supported by not too many individual companies. I posted some tweets on Twitter about that, but either way, guys, I still think that there's a little bit more room to the upside, and so that's my thesis right now. And this would be a Elliott wave 5. So this is my wave count. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And we have an ABC correction here. And that's to this level, like I mentioned. But let's go take a look at the weekly chart for some more detail. All right, guys. Now on the weekly chart, you can see that we've just broken through. This was our target, the first carat. And now we've just broken back through this Ganfan line here, which is the 2-to-1 angle. And so that's why I'm expecting this correction to come back and touch on this 3-to-1 angle here on the Ganfan before finding support and then taking back off to these upper targets. But overall, let me just clean this up. So overall, this is pretty bullish on the weekly chart. Price is above the Tenkan-sen, which is the blue line. This is my indicator called the Gray Rabbit Gan line, and this is bullish. We've got the Kijun-sen pointing up, and we've got Senko Span A and B all pointing up. So this is overall very bullish. And once we break this resistance level of the 5,264 and we close a candle above this level, that's going to confirm the continuation of the trend and the move to this upper target levels. Now, guys, that's what I've got this month for the S&P 500. Let me know what you guys think below, and thanks again to everybody for liking and subscribing. And now let's move on to the next pair. Okay, guys, and one thing I wanted to show you in relationship to the S&P 500 is this iShares short fund. This is so if you want to short the S&P 500, you can buy shares of this fund. But I'm not shorting the S&P 500 right now. But what I wanted to look at with this chart was some of the Ichimoku time cycles. Just on the monthly chart to try and get a possible correlation between our top and bottom. So on the S&P, we mentioned that we're going to be probably reaching the top of the market on this upper trend line here somewhere around January to December 2024 and January 2025. Now if I look at this short fund, and I use the time cycles which I've drawn in here. This is showing that anywhere after July and August 2024, but most likely around September is when we're going to be bottoming with this on this chart here with the time cycles. So right around here, I'm going to be looking for the target on this N wave here, which is around the $9.81 level. Going to be looking for double bottoms and reversal pattern, maybe a three mountains pattern or head and shoulders. I'm going to be looking for those, and I'm going to be looking for the bullish Ichimoku trend signals to start forming. We have a very thick Kumo cloud here, and once the Kumo cloud gets really thick like this, it means that this market has been overextended for quite some time, and that most likely the market should be retracing back up to these Senko Span B level. So guys, we're going to be using this SH ticker. This is the ProShares short fund for the S&P 500, and we're going to be using that to help us with our timing for the S&P 500. So keep that in mind. And yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to mention for this one. Now let's move on to the next. Okay guys, here we are. This is the Nifty 500 index. And so as you can see, let me just hit my notes real quick. So we closed above the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen here. Let me clean this up. So overall, this is a bullish trend on the Ichimoku. This is the monthly chart. And right now, just looking at the candlestick here, we're starting to form a spinning top doji candle here. So this could be the early signs of a possible retracement. But however, price has closed above the Tenkan-sen, the Kijun-sen, and the Senko span A and B are both flat, and now the Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen are also flat. And so guys, when these lines flatten out, this is like turning a magnet on, and this can attract price back down to these levels. So this will be our first support level here, around 18,809. Our next support level will be around here, around 17,085. But let's take a look at the weekly chart for some more details. Okay guys, now let me just turn on some drawings here. So we broke out of the Kumo cloud here. We had 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Koten signals, which are the bullish Ichimoku trend signals. And so what we had was a gold cross here, and we had price come back above the Kumo cloud, and we had the Chikou span above the candles. So overall, a nice bullish trend. We've got the Tenkan-sen, the Kijun-sen, and Senko span A and B are all pointing up. So that means that this is technically a trending market here on the weekly chart. However, if you look at this pattern here, this looks like an ending diagonal pattern. And so usually when you see this sort of shape here, let me kind of draw it in on the Chikou span here. Oh, hold on guys, let me get my line real quick. So this, I'm just going to draw it on the Chikou span, so I don't have to, so you can look at the candle still. But when you get this kind of like, it's a little bit of a wedge sort of, it's called an ending diagonal. But either way, when you get this formation, it shows that price is going to be exhausting soon. And once price reaches this apex here, where these lines meet, which is pretty much where we're at now, you can see that we're starting to get a really strong wick here on this candle. And so I'm expecting a retracement soon. But either way, guys, this is a bullish market, and my next target is going to be up here. And that's going to be, hold on, sorry. The next target's going to be up here. I don't know, they got moved a little bit. But this is going to be around November 2024. And the next target's going to be at this, between the 22,253 and the 22,708 levels. So keep an eye on that, but that's going to be the next target for the Nifty 500. So thanks guys for watching, and thank you again for liking and subscribing. Let's move on to the next pair. Okay guys, Bitcoin US dollar on the monthly chart. And so overall guys, we have a bullish Kumo cloud here, but the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Senko span A and B are flat. So right now, this market is mostly neutral. However, we do have what could possibly be the beginning of a bull trend. But let me go into a little bit more detail. So we had a gold cross here on the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen. We had price break through the Kumo cloud. And right now we have the Chikou span above the candles. So overall guys, that's 3 out of the 3 bullish Sanyoku Koten signals, which are the bullish Ichimoku trend signals. However, all these lines are flat, like I mentioned. So that could mean price is going to get attracted back down to one of these support levels. Now, I'm under the impression right now that we're still going to get a pretty strong major correction at some point. But, if you have seen the price action of Bitcoin, you will know that it usually goes to its most extreme points. So before my analysis previously, I thought that we would be seeing that corrective wave C a little bit earlier. But now I'm under the impression that we're going to touch on this trend line up here and get a nice bull trap before we come down significantly. And so I have this reaching on an N wave on the Fibonacci extension to the $84,237 level, which would mark the next major top of this cycle, and then a nice correction would be back down to this $46,000 level. So that's this is my thesis right now, and let's take a look at the weekly chart a little bit. Okay guys, so you can see that we've had a nice, let me just clean this real quick. We've had a nice bullish trend since October 2023, and this is a pretty solid trend so far. It looks like we're starting to get some support here on the candle, and so I have this as an ABC correction. That was down to the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, so we've had a pretty solid retracement so far. And now, after a little bit of consolidation, I'm expecting this overall to be an N wave up to this level, which I mentioned before, the $84,237 level. And I see that reaching around September 2024 before a very significant correction back down. That's what I'm working with right now, guys. We need to watch for a double top once we get back up to the resistance level here. That's $73,794. And so once we close a candle above that level, that's going to confirm this move up to $84,237. And like I said, around September 30th, to be looking for that next top. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think's going on with Bitcoin? And as always, thank you all for liking and subscribing. It really helps me and my family, so much love, much appreciation. And now let's head on to the next one. Okay guys, here we are, BSV USD on the monthly chart. And so guys, like I mentioned before, I've been following the Copa versus Wright trial, which was happening earlier this year in the UK. I've heard some rumors that Judge Meller is going to be releasing his final written judgment soon. I've seen some people saying that it might be around May 9th, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So if you guys know, feel free to leave a comment below. But either way, this pair has really intrigued me because it seems to me that we're starting to see the very beginnings of a new bull trend here on the monthly chart. And so right now we have 1 out of the 3 Sanyoku Kyoten bullish Ichimoku trend signals. We have a gold cross here. And then we also have this is my gray rabbit Gann line. It's my indicator that I use. And it's also turning bullish. So it's turned blue, and that means it's bullish. And my other indicator, this is the gray rabbit LTI. This is showing bullish as well. So I'm starting to see the very, very possible first beginnings of a bull trend here on the monthly. But let's take a look at the weekly for more detail. Okay guys, so what I'm looking at here is that we've had 3 out of the 3 bullish Ichimoku trend signals on the weekly. So we had a gold cross down here, and we've had the price break through the Kumo cloud, and we have the Chico span, which is the yellow line above the candles. So we have 3 out of the 3 trend signals. So this is a bullish trend here on the weekly chart. And now we've been on a corrective wave down right now, and so we have the gray rabbit Gann line showing bearish now, but we've had quite a significant retracement back down into this supply zone here. And so I'm thinking that we're going to be finding support here around this level, and you can actually see that these 2 wicks here are forming a really nice clean double bottom. So I'm expecting this support to hold on this weekly candle. And then I'm expecting price to keep reversing and heading up. And so here's the time cycle. We've got 38 bars from the bottom to this top. And then from this bottom, which I'm suspecting that this is the bottom, we're going to need to wait for a few more weekly candles to close to confirm that. But if we can confirm that, that's going to confirm this time cycle target, which is going to be around January 2025. And this is, guys, this is a conservative target at the 1.272 Fibonacci extension off of this N wave. And this is going to be around $192. And once we close above the $125 level, that's going to confirm this N wave up, and that's going to confirm the continuation of the trend on the weekly chart. So keep an eye on that, guys. Keep an eye on Judge Meller's written judgment, because if that is, that could be surprising. He could rule against Craig Wright, possibly, which I think a lot of people think will happen. But you never know until it's over. So either way, this is a higher low, and this, you can see that price is starting to get some bullish divergence here. So either way, the price action is still bullish, and we still are, if we can hold this support level here, this trend on the weekly is still going to be intact once we close above 125. So Overall, I'm still optimistic, but right now the market is neutral, and we're going to need to wait for more evidence. But if this is an N wave, then expect this to be the very beginning of a new trend for BSV USD. And as always, guys, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. And let's move on to the next pair. Okay, US oil on the monthly chart. Guys, so you can see that we have a very long flat Senko span B here. So what that tells me is that this level here at $64 is a very critical support level, and it's a very strong support level. And you can see that we've been supported here multiple times already. So 1, 2, 3, and now we have a higher low, and now we could possibly be forming another higher low here. So right now oil is in a very critical position here. Overall in this chart, we had a death cross here with Ichimoku. We have the Chico span below the candles, but price still hasn't broken below Senko span B, which is this thick white line here. And that would be the confirmation of the 3 bearish Ichimoku trend signals. So if we close below this $64 level, that's going to confirm a move further down to these support levels here. However, I'm under the impression that we've already found a lot of support here, and that price is going to break out to the upside of this. Now let me turn on my drawings. So here I have a Gann fan drawn on, and you can see that we've slipped below the 2-to-1 angle, and now we're just riding along this 3-to-1 level here. So right now, like I mentioned, guys, this is a very critical retracement that's happening, and we're going to need to hold these levels here. We're going to need to hold the $75 level on the 0.618 retracement level here to keep this intact and to protect us from breaking below this $67 level, and then eventually the $64 level. So the next few months are going to be critical for oil. Now let's take a look on the weekly chart. Okay, guys, so let me just clean this up again. So on the weekly chart, this has been a ranging neutral market. We had a triple bottom here. So 1, 2, 3, and it seems like we've gotten support here on that. We had a major support on this level here. Hold on, I didn't draw that on, but let me draw it on real quick for you guys. Okay, so this is a gigantic retracement, but you can see that from the bottom to the top, we've already retraced to the 0.5 level here, and it seems that support has been found since we have higher lows. And so that's why I'm under the impression that we're going to break to the upside. Now, what else do we have? Okay, guys, we have the gray rabbit Gann line is bullish now. We have a little tiny bullish Kumo cloud twist here. Like I said, we have a higher low. And then what else do we have? Yeah, we had the Gann fan on the monthly giving support here too. So all this evidence is leading me to believe that eventually this will break to the upside. And so I'm going to be looking for a break above the $94 level and 99 cents to confirm the bullish trend here on the weekly chart. And then our target is going to be $129, and that's going to be reaching around March 2025 based on the time cycles that I have right now. So guys, that's what I have for oil. I am under the impression that commodities will overall start strengthening in price just from all the currency debasement and all the macroeconomic conditions that we're seeing today. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. You think oil's going higher, lower? You think it will just stay neutral for a while? Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, like I mentioned before, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Let's hop on to the next one. Okay, gold US dollar on the monthly chart. So guys, we reached our target recently. So we had called out this one Fibonacci extension level at the 2,275 level. and we had a nice pump up, actually quite past that. Let's see where we went to. Price reached up to 2,431, and that was in April 1st. So guys, gold is looking very, very bullish. Before we said, look, here we have a triple top. I don't think we're going to have a quadruple top because usually that doesn't work. And we had a nice N wave and we exploded out of this resistance level. So actually, let me change this level now. So once you close above resistance, this is going to become support. And so guys, that's why I have this caret drawn here, because we have started to form an inside bar here. So this candlestick is smaller. You can see that we've lost some momentum. Now we have a candlestick forming inside of this range. And so I'm expecting this price to break back down and retest the previous resistance level here, which was at $2,000.81 and 82 cents. So this would be a great place to add on to some of your positions if you're bullish on gold. This is going to be a nice retracement coming up over the next few months before we get the next N wave up to this target here, which is going to be a 1 Fibonacci extension based on this N wave. And that's going to be the next significant level will be $2,702. So guys, overall on the monthly chart, this is bullish. We had a nice Kumo cloud base here. We've had a nice long consolidation. So guys, when you see a nice consolidation like that, it means that a lot of people have been, a lot of pressure has been building up. And inside of this range, when all this pressure finally builds up, it either explodes to the upside or it explodes to the downside. And so we've seen explosion up to the upside, and that means that we're going to continue this bullish trend. Now, one thing to note why we're going to have a retracement is, like I said, we have an inside bar here. The Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen are both flat. The Senko Span A and B are both flat. And like I mentioned so many times before, these lines, when they flatten out, they act like magnets and they attract the price back down to them. So this Tenkan-sen will be our first level of support. And right here is going to be the sweet spot on these wicks at that level I called out already, the 2081. And that's going to be a nice zone to start looking for this retracement and to find support here from the retracement. Now on the weekly chart, overall bullish Kumo cloud, price is above the Tenkan-sen. However, you can see that it's starting to retrace. We've got the Kijun-sen flat, the Senko Span A is up, and the Senko Span B is flat. So overall, guys, this is still bullish, but with the Kijun-sen being flat, there is a chance that we will retrace back down to touch these levels. So one thing to keep in mind is that we're going to need price to close above the, hold on, what did I put here? We're going to need price to close above this $2,431 level. Hold on, I didn't put that in here, sorry guys. But just keep this in mind, this is our resistance level here, 2,431. And once price closes above that level, then we're going to confirm this N wave up. So keep that in mind. We hit our target a little bit earlier. So let me just move that over there. So we did hit that target just a bit earlier, but I am expecting the retracement back down. So guys, keep that in mind. And yeah, so that's what I've got for gold this month. What do you guys think? Are you bullish on gold? What do you think is going to happen this year? I think that we've pretty much have confirmed the bull market so far, and we're at the very cusp of the next major precious metals bull market. So if we can confirm a close above this $2,431 level, I think it's going to be game on from that point. So let me know what you guys think. And as always, thanks again for liking and subscribing. Let's move on to the next one. Okay guys, silver US dollar on the monthly. So we had a gold cross here. We have a nice Ichimoku Kumo cloud here with a nice base forming. We've had a nice long consolidation. We've had a triple top. So 1, 2, 3. Like we mentioned on gold before, we had this triple top, and then the fourth one is the one that finally broke the resistance. So guys, this is looking very close to being in a full throttle bull market. We're going to need to break above this resistance level here, which is the $30.09. And once price closes above that level, that's going to confirm the bull trend. Now, if you want to get a early breakout level, this $28 level here and 74 cents would be an early breakout confirmation. So once price closes above that, the next resistance level is our $30 level, and I expect price would have I would expect a lot of momentum would be gained once price closes above $28. Now, let's go to the weekly chart. Oh, but overall, guys, hold on. Let me just mention that the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and the Senko span A and B are all flat, and we also have an inside bar forming just like we do on gold. So in the short to medium term, we will be seeing a retracement. Now, let's go to the weekly. So we've already started to see this retracement. So we had this nice M wave up, and now we've had 1, 2, and now we have a third candle forming here, which is back to retest this level of resistance that we broke out of. Now, I've drawn a Ganfan on here. You can see that, we've respected these levels pretty strong. This 8-to-1 level has given a lot of support. We had a higher low here, and we've gotten support off Senko span B, which is the thick white line. Now we have a bullish Kumo cloud formed here with some more steam in it. And for me, it looks like we're gonna retest this 4-to-1 angle here, and then get another N wave up. And so, guys, if we can hold this support level here at the Kijun-sen, which is this is around the $26.55 level. If we can hold this support, then I'm expecting this N wave to continue up, and our next price target is going to be $36, and I have that reaching around September 2024. So that's if this support holds. So guys, we're going to need this support to hold. We're going to need to close above $30. And once we get those two things happening, that's going to confirm the bull market on the weekly chart. And that for me is going to be all systems go on the silver market. So keep an eye on these two things, guys. We're getting very close. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think we'll retrace farther? We could retrace back down to these levels possibly. You never know with the precious metal markets. But overall, guys, it seems like there's a huge demand for silver and gold right now from investors looking to get some hard assets. So let me know what you guys think. But overall, I am very bullish on silver, and I'm expecting, like I mentioned, $36 around September 2024. Now let's go take a look at the gold and silver ratio. Okay guys, now I just want to show you something that is going to help us with navigating the precious metals markets. Now this is called the gold to silver ratio. And so historically, gold and silver are mined at a 1-to-7 ratio. And so that means for every 1 ounce of gold, there is 7 ounces of silver that come out of the ground naturally. And so you can see that through the manipulation with the paper market, this ratio is now it's pretty high. It's 86-to-1. So 86 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. That's something to keep in mind. That is showing us that silver is severely undervalued. And I'm just going to turn my lines on real quick. So you can see that we have these trend lines drawn in. Let me just zoom out. So I have the trend line here, boop, 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 and this one from up here. So we're going to be reaching this conjunction point here, and that means that price is going to need to break either up or down. Now you can see that we have a very strong bearish Kumo cloud here above, so I'm suspecting that price will break down. That's not 100% guarantee, but since this is such a strong and thick Kumo cloud, most likely this price is going to break down. Now let's take a look at the weekly chart. So guys, I have this Ganfan drawn on. So this is the 2-to-1 level, right? And so once price breaks back below this angle, that's going to be releasing all of this liquidity here, and we're going to be moving down to the next resistance levels down here, or support levels down here. So I'm expecting a breakout soon, and so the first level to watch for on this is going to be the 81 level. So if we get a price close below the 81 level, that's going to start confirming this move to the downside. And we've got the gray rabbit gone line bearish, so you can see it's turned orange already. So I'm suspecting within the next month or so to start seeing this first breakout of this Ganfan angle here. So guys, that's going to be very positive, because once this breaks out, that means that silver and gold are going to be breaking out on their charts as well, especially silver. So keep that in mind. Keep this correlation in mind, and just remember that through looking at this ratio, it can help us navigate the precious metals markets and the relationship between silver and gold. But what do you guys think? How do you guys navigate the precious metal market? What other tricks or tips do you guys have? Let me know. Comment below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me and my family. And guys, just to make a small announcement, going to be coming out with a website this month. So keep your eyes open for that. And just thanks again, everybody, for being here. We'll see you next month. Peace.